So a little while back I did a video on how to transform your gaming setup with RGB lighting, and it did pretty good. So I thought I'd make another video where I go into a bit more detail on certain types of lighting you can use to transform your setup. And today I've got 5 different accessories to show you. They're all under $50. I'll have them all linked in the description if you guys want to check any of them out. We'll get straight into it right after this quick word from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by bobkeys.com. You guys know the drill. You build your new PC, you think you're ready to rock and roll, and then you remember, oh no, Windows isn't activated, I need an activation key. Unless of course you can deal with this hideous watermark being burned into your retinas until the end of time. Now you could spend a ridiculous amount on one from Microsoft, or you could head over to bobkeys.com and pick one up for like, I don't know, a tenth of the price. Do you want to know the best part? You can use my code TT25 for, you guessed it, 25% off. Which means that this Windows 10 Pro key goes from $18 to $13. If you're in the UK like me, that's £11. You place your order, your activation code gets added to your orders page, you whack the code into the Windows activation screen, and boom, you're ready to rock and roll. Thank me later, TT25 for 25% off, link in description. So first on the list are these neon signs. Now they aren't actually real neon, sorry to disappoint. Instead they use LEDs, however they look pretty realistic and they're infinitely cheaper than going out and buying a real neon sign. I've got a few different ones. Here's the classic banana from my setup that a lot of you guys seem to like. I've also got a popsicle and this cool planet with rings. Now depending on which one you get, the construction might be slightly different, but basically how they work is there's LED strips sitting in some plastic casing, which has a silicone material placed over the top of it that does an extremely convincing job of diffusing the light to give it this neon glow effect. The best part is there's loads of designs available and they're all really affordable. Like I said, they're infinitely cheaper than buying a real neon sign, more energy efficient, less fragile, and more convenient because they're USB powered. Chances are you'll have a nearby USB port in your gaming setup. Some of them do come with the option of battery power too, but I prefer to use USB. In terms of mounting them on the wall, most of them come with mounting holes so that you can hang them on a nail, although I don't see why you couldn't use double-sided mounting tape instead. They don't really weigh that much. Not only are they cool to look at, but they also kick out a decent amount of light, so that'll definitely help to increase the ambience in your room. Next up we have this thing, the Blisslights Sky Lite. This is an LED/laser combo projector, and it basically turns your wall or ceiling into a galaxy. This is probably one of the most unique gadgets on this list. It really does change the entire vibe of the room. You can get it in 2 variants, a blue LED with blue laser or a blue LED with green laser, which is the one I've got. Has a few different modes. You can have just the LED on, which creates this nebula cloud effect, or add in the laser dots, which helps to complete the galaxy and stars theme. It also has a mode which adds movement to the lighting, so you can see here the stars are rotating along with the moving nebula glow. Really helps it to feel more dynamic. You do have to think about where you're going to position it so it's not pointing in your eye and blinding you, because the light spread on this thing is pretty big depending on how far away it is from the surface you're projecting it onto, but definitely a cool gadget to spice up your gaming setup. Alright, next up we have this RGB lamp from Orky. I really like this thing. I've had it for a couple of years now, but it's a great little accessory to add to your setup. It actually functions as a normal LED lamp if you just want something to give your corner a warm glow. It's touch sensitive, so you can tap anywhere on the bottom and it'll light up. It has 3 brightness levels overall, low, medium and high, so if you just want a practical light you can use to study or relax, it's got you covered. However, the real reason you're buying this thing is because of the RGB. If you hold your finger on the bottom of the lamp for a second, it will switch to RGB mode where it will cycle through the color spectrum. Now the only downside to this lamp in my opinion is the fact that in order to choose the color you want, you have to let it cycle through the colors until you see the one you like, and then tap the bottom of the lamp to pause it on that color. Not a huge problem, more of a minor inconvenience, but I thought I'd just mention it. Apart from that, it's a really cool lamp and it puts out a good amount of light in both regular and RGB mode. If you've got some free space on your desk or maybe on top of a cabinet like mine, it's definitely something that's going to add some color to your room. Next up we have RGB disc lights. These things are perfect if you've got shelving units you want to add some light to, or maybe a cabinet. They come in a pack of 4, and one of the things I really like about them is that the cables connecting the disc lights to the controller box are a really good length, so it gives you a lot of flexibility to be able to position them wherever you like. They also come with self-adhesive Velcro pads so you can stick them up, and once they're installed and hooked up to the microcontroller box, you can use the included remote to change the colors. Now, unfortunately, you don't have independent control over every light. They will all be the same color. But if you get 2 kits like I did, you can alternate them for a 2-tone effect. You can get wireless versions of these two that are battery powered, but I never really like battery powered lights, to be honest. I just find it annoying having to charge them all the time. The mains power adapter on these things, however, will keep them running all day long. Moving on, now you can't make an RGB lighting accessory list without mentioning these, LED strips. This is probably one of the easiest ways to add RGB lighting to your setup. You can stick them to the back of your desk, under your desk, behind your TV. Now, back in the old days, you could only select one color at a time for the entire LED strip. Not anymore. These RGB IC Dream Color LED strips from Govee allow you to change each individual segment of the strip, so you can literally program whatever colors you want and blend them into each other using the app. Speaking of the app, it's got quite a lot of features. Not only do you have full control over the entire LED strip, it's also got modes to animate your selections, so you can easily achieve effects like the classic rainbow wave. All the colors are vibrant too, definitely one of my favorite RGB lighting accessories to add to your setup, and very affordable too. Now, if you've got a TV in your setup, you could in theory just use a roll of LED strips, but Govee also do a kit specifically designed for your TV, which makes the installation process much easier. In fact, they recently brought out their latest kit, which comes with a camera to enable a Philips Ambilight type experience. It is a little more expensive, but if you like that kind of thing, it's quite cool. Now, as I said before, all of the items on this list are under $50. In fact, some of them even less. But if you've either already got a gaming setup or you're thinking of putting one together, it should serve as a pretty good starting point. I think besides cable management, paying attention to lighting is one of the most transformative things you can do to improve a gaming setup. Like I said, if you guys do want to pick up any of the items that I covered in today's video, I'll have them all linked down below in the description for you. And if you end up adding any of them to your gaming setup, feel free to tag me on Instagram or Twitter at Tesseract. I'd love to see them. Now guys, quick channel update. I'm really trying to expand the content on the channel this year. We recently started the How to Build a PC series. I want to do some more videos like this as well, where I show you guys ways you can improve your setup, not to mention a few upgrade vlogs and setup tours here and there. Now, I'd say this channel is geared very much towards PC hardware and peripherals at the moment, but I do want to slightly expand the content into general tech and gadgets as well. So in addition to all of the above, I'm going to be starting a cool tech under X amount type series, because I'm always picking up cool gadgets that I think you guys would be interested to see. Either way, expect lots of new content. We're going to smash it this year. Huge thank you to you guys for all of the support. We're making our way closer and closer to that 100,000 subscriber mark, which was the ultimate goal right from the very start. So yeah, keep it up guys. I appreciate all the support. If you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be epic. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you're new. With that being said, hope you guys have an awesome week. I'll catch you all in the next one.